versus Halifax. So it's been led out today by the matchday mascot. She's Kylie Vartin, daughter of international Pac-Man Paul Vartin, out there with her dad. She's 7 years of age. No need to ask who's her favourite player. If she said other than her dad Paul, I'm sure she'd be in the cart. Anyway, she's out there. It's a rather crisp day. Saints coming out. I don't know whether Paul is actually captain for today, but he came out first with daughter Kylie. Just out there midway between the 25 and the halfway line. Definitely feeling the pinch in today's brisk weather. This is a game that was scheduled for the 4th of December, but had to be put off with Saints being in the third round of the John Player Trophy competition. There's Kylie out there. Dad Paul just to the left with the Saints subs. Anyway, I'll just run through the team for you now. Saints, number 1, Phil Vivers. 2, David Tanner. 3, Michael O'Connor. 4, Paul Lachlan. 5, Les Quirk. 6, Shane Cooper. 7, Neil Holding. 8, Tony Burke. 9, Paul Groves. 10, Stuart Evans. 11, Bernard Dwyer. 12, John Fieldhouse. 13, Paul Barton. Substitute for Saints. 14, Darren Blower. And 15, David Cosgrove. The Halifax outfit just coming onto the field now. Number 1, Colin Whitfield. 2, Scott Wilson. 3, Bob Grogan. 4, Rob Hutchinson. 5, Simon Longstaff. 6, Peter Coyne. 7, Steve Robinson. 8, Dick Furbank. 9, Seamus McCallion. 10, Dan Staines. 11, Paul Dixon. 12, Richard Milner. 13, John Pendlebury, with substitutes for Halifax. 14, Will George. And 15, Graham Beavers. And it's essential now that Saints get back into winning ways. What a difference a week can make. Witnessing the John Player semi at Wigan. Very unlucky, went out, just didn't get the rub of the green with the referee at the vital times. A blatant obstruction by Sorensen just before Courier went in for a try, and a couple of rather high tackles going unnoticed by the referee, or he wished to ignore them. And then a bit of an embarrassment midweek at Hull, going down 21-12 to 12 men Hull. Yes, well, there's centre field, Paul Barton, captain for today, with daughter Kylie. And the match day official, Mr. Holsworth, out there with the Halifax captain and the Halifax mascot. So young Kylie there with referee Holsworth, going to toss the coin to determine which way the Saints are going to play. I think Halifax must have won the toss. Just, referee Holsworth just giving his little pep talk. Well, Halifax down at the bottom end of the Stones Bitter Championship table. Teams are turning round, so a rather swirling breeze, but I think it's blowing down to the bottom corner, just to the clubhouse and over to the restaurant corner. It's a rather swirling wind, a strong wind. So Halifax, I reckon, with the aid of this breeze in the first half. As I said before, Halifax at the bottom end of the Stone Bitter Championship table, so it's a game that Saints must win, get back into winning form before we entertain Wigan, the traditional derby at Nosey Road on Boxing Day. Halifax to kick off. Michael O'Connor takes it. Drives it upfield. 3-man Halifax tattle quickly in. Well, Halifax moving up very quickly again there. Referee Holsworth looking to his left, but an early break on. David Tanner up that wing. Well, John Fieldhouse there, definitely obstructed. Yes, referee Holsworth spotted it. certain 6 points going a begging there with a brilliant break, quick break from the Saints, taking it over to the right. Fieldhouse there, coming up, backing up with David Tanner. He was obstructed, he was pulled back by the jersey when Tanner had brought through, only the full-back to beat. So Saints now driving it upfield. Stuart Evans back after a bout of flu last week, after his 3-match suspension. The ball still with the Saints. Michael O'Connor coming crossfield, I think it is. Oh, David Tanner it was, I beg your pardon. Bernard Dwyer looking for the gap. Dwyer, one of Saints' most consistent players this season, Bernard Dwyer. Shane Cooper from acting half-back beats the first line of defence, still going on to Paul Martin. Overlap on the right, must be a try for Saints here. Michael O'Connor coming infield. Well, the Halifax cover got over very quickly. Looks as though it was a certain try. Big gap in the Halifax defence. Neil Holding brings it left to Cooper. Out to Bernard Dwyer. Goes infield. Saints pick it up. The ball was knocked back. Evans out to O'Connor. Yes, he's into the corner. O'Connor goes into the corner. Brilliant work from the Saints. And they start off in good style, putting some brilliant rugby together. O'Connor going in there at the far right-hand corner, the corner of the Eddington and the main stand. His 3rd try of the season with the Saints, and after some good handling, which they looked as though Saints was going to score over there in the right early on, the ball came back over to the left and then swung back over to the right. Big gaps in the Halifax defence, and O'Connor finished off in good style. Well, that'll certainly put a smile on Alex Murphy's face so early in this game, but it's just Saints have got to keep up the pressure and make sure they pile it on. There's been no relaxation whatsoever. So difficult kick attempt from Paul Loughlin. Right on the touchline, 30 yards out, looking good. Yes, well, what a kick! What a kick from Paul Loughlin. Early start for the Saints, 6 points to nil in the lead after just 3 minutes play. Paul Loughlin knocking over his 54th goal of the season. Halifax kick off again. Michael O'Connor takes it. Oh, very unlucky there. Saw the gap, tried to shoot through. Fieldhouse now. Looks hungry for work, Fieldhouse, but unfortunately a toll on Tuesday. He just couldn't hold on to the ball. Shows you what Saints can do when they throw the ball about. Groves! Groves right through the gap! Support on the left for Saints. Dwyer! Oh, he lofts it over. Quirk can't gather it. Although Dwyer was on his left. Paul Groves, he tried to loft it over to Les Quirk. Back in good style, Groves, after an injured foot. This is only his 6th appearance of the season in a Saints jersey. We certainly missed his breaks from the acting half-back position and those outrageous dummies that Groves comes up with. Halifax come up with the ball from the scrum. Number 11 there, Paul Dixon, international packman in Halifax ranks this afternoon. Seamus McCallion, the Irish hooker. Halifax bring it blindside. Pendlebury gets the team going, but well, nothing in that tackle at all. What's the man on about? I don't know. Nothing in that tackle at all. Brilliant tackle by Fieldhouse on number 8 prop Dick Furbank, but referee Holdsworth awarded a penalty. And we all remember referee Holdsworth from the 1987 Wembley final, where Halifax just defeated Saints by 19 points to 18. He certainly didn't give us anything that day. That Mark Elia try one, well, he didn't score it, he was knocked out of his hand, and then another one where he went in and judged a forward pass, and if that had been in the first half, I'm sure that referee Holdsworth would have let that go, without a doubt. But it's Halifax in the Saints 25. Taking it left, McCallion from acting half-back position, trying to go through, runs into Baltin and Tony Burke. But it's Halifax now, trying to change of direction. Full-back Colin Whitfield linking up there in the back division, but no way through, solid tackling. Well, it's all on, yes, it touched the Saints player there. Another 6 tackles for the Halifax outfit to try and get points on the board. Saints defence will have to hold firm. The Halifax man there just brought down about a foot short of the Saints try line. Trying to bury his way over. Well, he's given a try. Seamus McCallion, I think it is, the hooker, being awarded the try. So Seamus McCallion diving over there from the acting half-back position, being adjudged to his touchdown just to the right of the sticks. Referee Holdsworth right on the job. Well, referee Holdsworth pointing to the Halifax side as 2 Halifax physios, or whatever you want to call them, are on there. Referee Whitfield intimating that instructions are being sent on. Was John Pendlebury going to have to hold this ball in this swirling breeze? Colin Whitfield trying to position the ball. John Pendlebury going to have to hold it. Halifax coming back into it there, 6 points to 4 at present. He shouldn't have any problem with this. Colin Whitfield, prolific goal scorer for both Wigan and Halifax. He pops it over, so even Steven now, 6 points apiece. So from that, a penalty award to Halifax by referee Holdsworth for an alleged high tackle by Fieldhouse. Nothing in it at all, but Halifax power up the ground and level the scores up, 6 points apiece. Bernard Dwyer and Stuart Evans there at tackle. Dan Staines, the other prop forward for Halifax, driving upfield. Well, all on, hit a Saints player, McCallion comes up with it, but he loses it. Saints player on the Shane Cooper it was to take up the loose ball. Stuart Evans into the tackle, but good solid tackling from Halifax, hold it firm. Saints spread it left, quickly overlap on the left. Balti takes the tackle, out to Neil Holding, but he goes back in field. Once Saints start throwing it about, there's no team can live with them. But we've just been very inconsistent this season. Paul Barton there coming from acting half-back, but Halifax moving up in an offside position, moving up very quickly. Stuart Evans, short ball there to Fieldhouse. Inside to Shane Cooper, the pass being ruled forward. The referee Holdsworth right on the job, but her line decision there. But good play from Fieldhouse. He drove up there looking for support. Cooper lurking on his left. He got the ball, but it was a judge forward. Halifax feed now. Steve Robinson, but the ball comes out. Saints side, one against the head. Paul Loughlin has the ball knocked out of his hands by the Halifax man, but it's all on, surely. Halifax man comes up quickly. Saints couldn't capitalise on it. Just in the Saints half now. Referee Holdsworth urging the Saints to get back on side. Halifax take it to the left. Now swing it inside. Still keep it going. Some good open rugby from both sides so far in these opening 10 minutes. As Halifax just on the Saints 25. Bringing it over to the right, then turning back inside. It's the sixth tackle signified now by referee Holdsworth. Crossfield Grubber, but it hits the Saints player. That's onside. Groves is away. Loughlin on his left. And Loughlin outpaced the defence. Laughlin going in for his third try of the season. Very deceptive pace, Laughlin. The Halifax man looks as though he was closing on him, but it's those long legs, and he certainly strode out there in a brilliant try. Puts the Saints back in the lead at 10 points to 6. Certainly very exciting game just in the opening 10-11 minutes. There's Paul Laughlin now. Another difficult attempt, but from the popular side this time. 25 yards on the 25-yard line, just about 3 or 4 yards in. Looks good from here. Does he take it? Oh, I think the wind just took it away to the right. Certainly looked good, but a good effort after a superb try. So Saints hitting back in good style there when Halifax are attacking, and Saints moved up for a full 75-yard movement up the field. Halifax kick off. Taken by Laughlin, the try scorer. Flicks the ball out, or has the ball flicked out of his hands, but it is knocked back. Saints capitalise on it. Phil Vevers did well there. Let's Quirk from dummy half position, trying to create a bit of space, but Halifax moving up very quickly. Neither side been penalised yet. Tony Burke up the blind side, doing well Burke, but bundled into touch, and I think getting a knock in the head for his trouble. Very unlucky there, Saints, but solid tackling from Halifax. Tony Burke coming through at full pace and bounced into touch. Scrum down right on the Saints 25. Halifax feed. Steve Robinson to feed. Ball out Halifax side. He was moving up very quickly, but Cooper completes the tackle with Paul Barton in support. John Pendlebury now. Pendlebury that scored that drop goal that separated the sides at Wembley in '87. Also an ex-Wigan player. But it's Halifax now, just outside the Saints 25, spreading it quickly to the right. Short ball there to Whitfield, but he goes down with it. Groves again. Always there and about Paul Groves on these loose balls and that. We had some good standing hookers for him, but Barton on the break, over to the right. Power play, onto O'Connor, inside to Fieldhouse. Oh, feet. David Tanner that finishes off. I know Fieldhouse was there about, but I think it's David Tanner that finished off in good style. So David Tanner, I think it is. I mean, it's a long way from our commentary position over here to that far corner, but I know there was Fieldhouse was up there, but a brilliant break, centre field by Paul Barton. He certainly split the Halifax defence open, spread it over to the right. Michael O'Connor took up the running. I know Fieldhouse and Tanner was about there. I thought Fieldhouse had got it, but it went to David Tanner, and he touches down in the corner. Saints extend the lead now to 14 points to 6. Similar position from his first successful attempt for that O'Connor try by Paul Laughlin. There he goes, strikes the ball. Does he come across the face of the goal? Yes, no goal. But Halifax making a double substitution now so early on in the game, after just 15 minutes. With Wilf George, number 14, coming on for number 6, Peter Coyne, and Graham Beavers coming on for Dick Furbank, number 8. So it's Halifax to kick off. Whitfield kicks it deep centre field. Beavers takes it, no problem. Goes over to the right, breaks through the first line of defence. Good run from Beavers there, full 30-yard run. But Halifax moving up, all offside on referee Holdsworth's right. He looked right, but he chose to ignore it. He's certainly pointing, but he's not penalising. But it's still in possession. Paul Groves attacked in half-back position. Holding, moves moves it quickly to the left. Cooper, short ball to Morton. On to Bernard Dwyer. Up the blind side. Brilliant run from Dwyer. Saints certainly putting some good rugby together this afternoon. Michael O'Connor is over here on the left. Certainly covers every blade of grass on this field, O'Connor. Well taken by Neil Holding. The break on the right. Beavers in the line. Out to Phil Beavers now. He comes back in field. Run around back to Neil Holding. And Saints are brought down in the Halifax 25. The last tackle of this set of 6. Saints going to run it. Certainly look good when they do run it. Cooper out to Fieldhouse. Can't get it. Halifax man comes up with it. The break's on. It's number 4, Hutchinson. Beavers comes back. Doesn't stop him. He's still going, Hutchinson. Takes it left to number 7, Robinson. But super cover defence from the Saints. Come back after being in the Halifax 25. Back into the Saints 25. But it's Halifax still in possession. Hutchinson there, he doesn't know what to do with the ball. He's running round in circles. Gives Saints chance to get back on side. But it's Halifax now. We're still putting the pressure on. McCallion, acting half-back. Pendlebury, Halifax move it left. Good tackle there. Saints come up with the ball. No. Halifax have regained it. Thought Saints had come up with that. No advantage to Saints there, so surely the knock-on should have been ruled, but referee Holsworth gives Halifax another 6 tackles to play with. The drive into, oh, super tackle there. That put him back in his boots. But it's Halifax still moving it to the right. Short ball, number 12 there, Richard Milner. Saints certainly withstanding the pressure from this Halifax onslaught. Grubbering through. Will he reach the ball? Number 11, I think it is. Paul Dixon, I think that was, but he followed it through after soaking up so much pressure. The Saints, they seem to let such an easy try in there. 18 minutes gone and Halifax back with another try on the board. Well, I think they've give out Dan Staines as the try scorer. I thought it was number 11 Milner, but that'll show up on the video anyway when you watch it later. So after soaking up, as I said, such a tremendous amount of pressure, and that man grubbered through there on the 6th tackle, I think it was, and touchdown for a try. 10 yards in from the main stand touchline. But it's Colin Whitfield. Tried to convert this Halifax try. (14-10) the score. Whitfield composing himself, just strikes the ball. No goal. So the score 14 points to the Saints, 10 to Halifax. Halifax forced to make another substitution now with Graham Beavers just taking a knock. He's only just come on 5 minutes ago to replace number 8 Dick Furbank, and now Dick Furbank's come back on for Graham Beavers. Well, it was Dan Staines that scored the try, as was announced on the PA, so I'm wrong again. But anyway, Halifax are in possession in their own 25, just over 10 yards from their own line. Certainly having the unfair share of injury problems early on in the game, Halifax, but both teams looking quite lively, and Saints in the lead 14 points to 10. The ball back to Whitfield for the kick downfield. Like a crossfield breeze, awkward ball there, but well taken by Phil Beavers. Beat it inside to David Tanner, his ex-Fylde Rugby Union utility back. Tony Burke now, powering his way centre field. Dumming to give the ball, but three-man Halifax tattlers move in there very quickly. Shane Cooper. Lofted ball to Holding. He can't beat the tackle there of Bob Grogan. That's an infringement there, centre field, and referee Whitfield ordering a scrum down. Halifax taking the scrums 2-1 at present. Robinson to feed, the ball out the Halifax side. Wilf George steps up for the acting half-back position. Ex-Witness and ex-Witness winger went to Halifax. Scored a try at Wembley when Saints were defeated. Well, it's a try that wasn't a try because he was in touch, well in touch, and the try was allowed. But Bernard Dwyer being brought out there after an intervention by this near side touch judge. Been spoken to in the presence of Captain Paul Vaulting. So Halifax receive a penalty. Colin Whitfield just gains an extra 5 yards there. Halifax putting the pressure back on the Saints, just trailing by 4 points. Dick Furbank to play the ball, but it's obviously a planned move by Halifax. That didn't come to much, did it? But Saints well up. But Halifax trying to drive in again from close range. McCallion come away with the ball, and McCallion's there attacked in half-back position. He dove over from short range last time onto Robinson, but he goes down with the ball, but he does well, gets up, but Paul Vaulting comes in, completes the tackle. Dan Staines now drops the ball, it's kicked on. Must be a knock on here. Wilf George still struggling over there with Phil Beavers. Very unlucky there, Saints, just couldn't capitalise on it. To scrum down with the Saints feed, midway between the Saints 25 and their own try line. Neil Holding now to feed. Successful Saints scrum, but Holding knocks on right at the back of the scrum. So it's going to be a reformed scrum, but with a Halifax feed this time. Halifax come up with the ball. Bring it over to the right. Colin Whitfield at acting half-back. Moving up with his back division. Onto John Pendlebury. Wily old campaigner Pendlebury. You've certainly got to watch this fella. Up to all the tricks. There's McCallion again. Trying to break through. Have to spread it left now, will they? No, they bring it to the right on the blind side. Onto number 11 there, Paul Dixon. Brought down about 3 or 4 yards short. But it's Halifax still putting the pressure on. Bringing it blind side again. This big prop. Trying to go over. It's Dick Furbank. One of a big family of Furbanks that's graced the Yorkshire rugby. Well, the Halifax man tried to crossfield rubber kick, but it hit Tony Burke. He did well to get the ball back, Tony, after it hit him. An awkward ball, but Halifax moving up very quickly. As I said, neither side being penalised. Well, hallelujah! It is nearly Christmas, and the referee Holdsworth penalises the Halifax side for moving up too quickly at the play of the ball. We've just had 24 minutes play, and it's the first time he's actually noticed it. Well, I make that only Saints' second penalty of the match. But it's Tony Burke taking the running up now after Paul Groves plays the ball. Groves onto Stuart Evans, straightens up, drives up centre field. Well, tried to keep the ball going there. Did Stewart. It hit Halifax man. And number 12 forward, Richard Milner, comes up with it. Halifax in possession, but being forced back there. Solid Saints tackling. Seamus McCallion going crossfield. Trying to get his left wing partnership going, but solid tackling over there on the far right from Paul Vaulting. Centre field now. Pendlebury kicks downfield. Les Quirk looks to have it sewn up, but the ball's going to run dead. Quite a strong swirling breeze here at Nosey Road, and quite a decent crowd assembling here, considering Saints haven't been doing too well, and Halifax at the bottom of the First Division table. Les Quirk there, plays the ball. Paul Groves takes it to the right. Bernard Dwyer saw the gap, tried to go through it, diagonal run, but Halifax closed the ranks. John Fieldhouse now turns the ball back inside. Saints keep it going, quick hands. Cooper onto O'Connor, lurking over here on the left. Still going O'Connor, inside to Beavers. Onto Stuart Evans, into Holding. Still going Neil Holding. Shane Cooper loomed on his left, but Holding had to take the tackle. Fuller running now, these Saints. Unfortunately, the ball went to Michael O'Connor. He couldn't take it successfully. It was knocked forward. Saints certainly putting a lot of the pressure on this Halifax outfit. Certainly look dangerous when they have possession. Halifax feed, well, didn't retire that scrum half. Robinson. Ball come out, looks to come out of the tunnel. Referee right on the job, but he let it go. Wilf George brought down midway between the halfway line and the Halifax 25. Halifax moving it quickly to the right. Solid tackling there, Paul Loughlin quickly in. Pendlebury, another crossfield kick, trying to peg the Saints back. David Tanner has it comfortably. Well, that certainly looked a little bit high from Wilf George. Michael O'Connor again. Crossfield, trying to create space, into a gap. Oh, just brought down by his ankles. Finally allowed to play the ball. Number 3, Bob Grogan there, finally allowing him to play the ball. Bernard Dwyer now in possession. Saints want to quick play the ball. Cooper from acting halfback. Gains a valuable 10 yards. Upfield for the Saints. Ball vaulting, quick hands, Loughlin. Shot, lovely, Holding, lovely short ball onto Fieldhouse. In turn, he tries to take it left to Les Quirk. An awkward ball. Les Quirk couldn't gather it. The ball going into touch. So scrum down again. Halifax feed just about 5 yards inside the Halifax half. Saints being awarded a penalty. Halifax, Hooker, McCallion packing with a loose arm. So Saints awarded a penalty. Good kick upfielder, finding touch just 15 yards from the Halifax line. Paul Groves onto Evans, first man in. 2 or 3 forward drives and then spread the ball out. Holding now, Tony Burke. So it's Groves now at dummy half. Saints got to capitalise, get points on the board. Halifax moving up very quickly. Cooper comes back, turns the ball inside, but Holding tidies it up. David Tanner finally comes up with the ball, but it was knocked back, as indicated by referee Holsworth. But Saints slightly losing ground, but still in possession. Paul Vortin. Shane Cooper going infield. Flicks it inside, well taken by Bernard Dwyer. Turns round, still keeps going Bernard Dwyer. Last tackle now of this set of 6. Dwyer wants to quick play the ball, but Halifax hanging on to him. Paul Vortin beats the first line of defence, drives upfield, flicks it inside, but it's a Halifax man there to receive it. Paul Dixon coming crossfield, solid tackling there. Oh, but he evades the tackle. Looked as though the man was down, but he did well. He got out of that tackle there, did Dixon. Halifax bringing it blindside down this popular stand touchline. Staines taking it inside onto Robinson. Short ball there, but he got his man butchered. The ball was loose, must be a knock-on. Came forward, shot out of the tackle, but Saints didn't see it, couldn't capitalise on it. Saints forced to make a substitution now. Paul Loughlin taking the knock, and Darren Bluer coming on to replace him. So Saints goal machine there, Paul Loughlin, but also in the ranks with David Tanner, a good goal kicker in his own right. Scrum down on the Halifax 25 set to penalise for put up in the scrum. Just about 9 minutes remaining in this first half. The score still 14 points to 10 in the Saints' favour. Plenty of scoring in the early quarter. We haven't had any scoring since the 18th minute. But it's Halifax now. Tap restart. 10-15 yard run from that Halifax man there. And they're moving upfield gradually. Saints forced to defend on their own 25. McCallion at dummy half. Gives the dummy, tries to bring the man in onto a short ball. But Saints defence holds firm. Going to spread it across to the right now. Pendlebury onto Whitfield, linking up with his back division. The sixth tackle now for Halifax. We're going to try an up and under. Yes, there's Pendlebury with the up and under. Well, it's a Saints man. Looks as though he was obstructed in his efforts to get that ball, but it goes back to a Halifax player. And now Halifax have another 6 tackles to try and capitalise on some points. Pendlebury stood up in the tackle, but the ball's loose. Saints come up with it. Well, that's justice, isn't it? John Field now steaming through, flicks the ball up, lovely ball to Bluer. Neil Holding from Martin halfback. Saw the gap, tried to scoot through, but his counterpart Robinson. Halifax all offside there, referee Holdsworth just not paying attention. It's Cooper still in possession, losing a boot, but he's still going. Slips the ball out to Tony Burke. Driving up to the halfway line, just brought down right bang on the halfway line there. Phil Weaver's at dummy half. Saints now trying to get them going. Groves, outrageous dummy, lovely ball on to Dwyer. Quirk on his left. Can Quirk hand him off? No, good tackle there from Whitfield. Quick play, the ball wanted by the Saints. Bluer onto Neil Holding, taking it crossfield. Fieldhouse gives the dummy, goes in field. He's going for the line. Tries to grub it through. The ball's still loose, taken by Halifax man. Halifax come away with it. Loses his footing and he's brought down 10 yards right in front of his own sticks. Very unlucky there, Saints. And John Fieldhouse tried to grub it through. I think it was on the 6th tackle. But it's Halifax now, back in possession. The ball going over to the left. Wilf George manages to get a good ball out, and it's Halifax pressing. Coming inside. Michael O'Connor over there on the far side. Completes the tackle. Certainly good open rugby. Whitfield coming through. Just going to pass, and the line at his mercy. He thought he'd been tackled, and Whitfield finishes off in good style. Linking up from the full-back position with his backs. Quick play there from Halifax. Certainly some good open rugby, but that ties the scores again at 14 points each. And certainly a chance for Halifax to go in the lead, with a kick being right in front of the sticks. Colin Whitfield latched on to the end of that short ball. He was looking for support on his right. He thought he was going to be tackled, but then it was a missed tackle, and he just carried on and touched down right under the sticks. So Colin Whitfield just 10 yards from the post, just slightly to the right of centre. Trying to convert his own try. Scores all level at present, 14 points each. After Saints started off with such a superb try in the second minute. We were just waiting back for the floodgates to open, but Halifax hit back, and they've certainly produced some good rugby. And Whitfield there converts it, so Halifax in the lead for the first time in this game by 16 points to 14. Saints kick off, the ball taken by Richard Milner. Wilf George bringing it blindside. Taken down by Les Quirk and Stuart Evans. James McCallion acting half-back for Halifax. The ball back to Whitfield for the kick downfield. Sits up nice for Phil Beavers, takes it over to the right. Michael O'Connor, David Tanner, but O'Connor comes in field, stretching his legs up centre field. O'Connor. Good run from this lad, good 40-yard run. Puts Saints back on the attack again. Quick hands onto Paul Barton, strains it up centre field. Takes the ball back to Stuart Evans, gives a dummy, takes it over to the right. Back to Phil Beavers now, Saints keep it going. Finally allowed to play the ball is Phil Beavers. Onto Paul Groves. He's one of those outrageous dummies and still keeps it going. Onto Michael O'Connor on the right inside to David Tanner. A solid tackling from Halifax and the ball knocked out of his hands, but it comes back towards the Saints player. And Saints still on the attack. Very unlucky there. Groves trying that dummy movement, sent the Halifax team the wrong way, but well, all offside on the referee Holdsworth's right. He just chooses to ignore it. Blatant offside. But it's Saints still in possession. Shane Cooper onto Paul Barton. Last tackle of this set of 6. Darren Bluer, lofted ball over to Neil Holding, short ball to Les Quirk. It's the Halifax man, it's all on. Halifax come up with the ball, very unlucky there, the Saints. Les Quirk tried to chip through, it hit number 3, I think it was, Bob Grogan. It came back and inside, but the Halifax man down on it very quickly. Saints couldn't capitalise on it. McCallion from acting half-back, bringing it blindside over to his wingman, substitute Wilf George. Just about 2 minutes of play remaining in this first half. Halifax just edging into the lead just in the 34th minute with a Whitfield try and goal. 16 points to 14, they're in the lead. 6th and final tackle of this sequence for Halifax. Well, Saints pressurising them. Pendlebury with a reverse kick. Phil Beavers gathers it safely, takes it over there to the right. The ball fed infield onto Stuart Evans, he takes it over there to the right now. Saints back on the attack again, but it just seems as one team scores, the other team comes back and scores for their side. Shane Cooper into space, brilliant play, Beanhouse on his left. Yes, brilliant try, up to Darren Bluer, and Bluer touches down right on the stroke of half time to put Saints back in the lead. Going over there, his 4th try of the season since joining the Saints from Salford. Good into passing rugby from the Saints there. John Fieldhouse taking up the running late on, and Darren Bluer coming up on his left and finishing off in good style. That puts Saints back in the lead by 18 points to 16, and it looks like Michael O'Connor going to have a go at the kicking duties. Prolific points scorer for the Australian national team. There he goes, just 10 yards out. Pops it over, no problem, with Paul Loughlin going off injured. So Saints back in the lead now, 20 points to 16, and all on the half-time hooter. Well, just as I speak, there goes the hooter. So at half-time, it's Saints 20 points, Halifax 16. Saints open the scoring in the 2nd minute with an O'Connor try converted by Paul Loughlin. Then Halifax hit back from a short distance out, only a yard or so out. McCallion going in for a dive-over try, level the score 6 apiece. Then a brilliant Paul Loughlin movement. He scored a try in the 10th minute in this left-hand corner. Then David Tanner went in for a try. 14-6 for the Saints. Saints with the tails up. Then Halifax hit back. A Staines try after a lapse in the Saints defence. And then Colin Whitfield steaming through there, linking up with his backs. And went in unopposed under the sticks. He converted it 16-14. And then Darren Blewer just finishing off that move for the Saints. Converted by O'Connor. So at half-time, it's Saints 20, Halifax 16. Welcome back to Northern Road for the second half of this Stones Bitter League Championship clash. Saints and Halifax. Saints just edging into a half-time lead of 20 points to 16 with that 39th minute Darren Blewer try, converted by Michael O'Connor with the injury to Paul Loughlin. O'Connor has took over the kicking duties. Halifax going into a lead for the first time in this game in the 34th minute of the first half when Colin Whitfield, linking up with his backs, burst through, broke through the tackles, finished off under the sticks, converted his own try, 16-14, but then Saints hit back right on the death of half-time and just edge into that 4-point lead. The Saints first back on the field, Halifax just coming out now. Certainly a good second half in prospect, with some good open rugby in this first half. Both teams throwing the ball about. A lot of offside from the Halifax side, but only being penalised once by referee Holdsworth. Saints to kick off. Neil Holding going to kick off centre field. And we get the second half underway. It's like Paul Dixon there, I think, the Halifax forward, driving upfield. Obviously, Halifax coach Ross Strudwick having a few strong words with his outfit at half-time. But it's Halifax still in possession, 10 yards outside their own 25. Pendlebury now loses the ball, must be a knock-on. Saints come up with it. Cooper quickly gathers that ball, feeds it left to Bernard Dwyer. Quickly down there with Shane Cooper on that ball. It puts Saints back on the attack. Groves takes it left, short ball onto Fieldhouse, onto Michael O'Connor. Must be a run in at the corner, yes! O'Connor in for his second of the afternoon. Over there on the left, he's all over this park, Michael O'Connor. He's playing in the right centre position, but he's all over this field. O'Connor there finishing off in good style over there in the bottom left-hand corner. His second of the afternoon. Quick hands from the Saints, all that stemming from that Pendlebury losing the ball, and Shane Cooper, who was down there like a flash. Spread it up, picked it up, Saints spread it to the left, and O'Connor finished off in good style. Difficult goal kick for Michael O'Connor. Just about 5 yards in, just inside the 25. Lofts it there, looks good. Yes! Brilliant kick there from Michael O'Connor. But Saints now 26 points to 16 in the lead. That try just come in after a minute of play in this second half. Michael O'Connor certainly coming to the fore in the last few matches. Halifax kick off, they try a short one, but it's taken well by Shane Cooper. Takes it well and drives back into the Halifax defence. Saints moving it quickly to the left. Stuart Evans. Blockbusting run by Evans. But Saints, they've got to spread this ball out to the flanks. Certainly speedy on the flanks, as it's proved today. Darren Blewer. All on, ruled. Saints come up with the ball, I think. Well, he was going to change his mind then, was referee Holdsworth. It went to Halifax, and then Saints come up with the ball. So another 6 tackles now for the Saints as the slate's wiped clean. Halifax moving up very quickly. The ball now with John Fieldhouse. Coming loose, Paul Groves. Paul Groves scoops it up there, Blewer on his left. Both were teammates at Salford before both being transferred here to Nosey Road. It's Paul Walton, Saints captain, centre field. Last tackle of this set of 6. Darren Blewer attacked in half-back. On to Shane Cooper. Little up and under. Number 5 wingman, Simon Longstaff, takes it for Halifax. It's Halifax in possession. Rob Hutchinson there from the dummy half position, but it's McCallion trying to go through, but Bernard Dwyer has him, clamps him well, Dwyer, right round the chest, man and ball, sees his progress, he stops, he's there again, Dwyer. One of Saints' most consistent forwards is Bernard Dwyer, well worthy of his place in this Saints team. Play anywhere, he's been loose forward hooker in the second row, I'm sure he'd play anywhere, Bernard. McCallion, dummy half, last tackle of this set of 6 for Halifax. Pendlebury tries to grub it through, David Tanner takes it well, goes crossfield. Halifax defence moving up very quickly. Shane Cooper attacked in half back, and yet again the Halifax outfit all moving up with referee Holdsworth. Neil Holding now, looking for the gap, tries to duck through the tackle, but he's brought down. Halifax man McCallion there taking a knock in the tackle. Quick ball over to the Saints right wing, Michael O'Connor. Knock on being ruled there, but a little bit of interference there by the Halifax tackler John Pendlebury. But knock on being ruled, scrum down with a Halifax feed just inside the Saints half. First scrum of this second half. Saints penalised for diving into the scrum. Another popular decision with the Saints faithful. So Whitfield kicking against this breeze, which he gains about 10 yards there. And it's Longstaff. Plays the ball to himself, drives forward, just brought down in the Saints 25. Pendlebury, loose ball. Knock on being ruled. Halifax man very eager there. Lost the ball, it's hit a Saints player, come back to Halifax, but no advantage to the Saints. So the initial knock on being ruled. Darren Blewer to feed. The ball coming one against the head there. As the scrum was turned, but it's Halifax now. Bob Grogan. Right centre for Halifax, centre field. Pendlebury tries to get things going onto number 8, forward Dick Furbank, but he loses the ball in the tackle. Vivers comes up with it, takes it over to the left, the Saints left, but Halifax penalised there for holding down Vivers in the tackle, not enabling Phil Vivers to get up quickly to play the ball. Saints awarded the penalty, and Neil Holding lost to this popular side. Did well there, Neil Holding. It bounced once infield and went in touch right on the Halifax 25. So 25 yards from the Halifax line. Saints with 6 tackles to make it count. Already got a try and goal from Michael O'Connor on the board in this second half. Paul Groves at dummy half. Expect anything when Groves gets the ball. He feeds it inside to Martin. Martin looking to release it back to Stuart Evans, but a good clamp tackle there by the Halifax defenders. Groves now back to Bernard Dwyer, looking for the gap, backs into him, just about 12 yards short of the Halifax line. Halifax being urged to get back onside. Darren Bluer gives the dummy, sees the gap, looks for support. Evans is there, powering his way towards the line. Saints spend it right, Luke movement there with Holding. Well, it doesn't go to Holding. Comes back over to the right, but it's still going. Shane Cooper now. Out to David Tanner. Heading for the line, can he get in? Oh, brilliant ball to Cooper. Oh, look dead there. David Tanner in the tackle, but Halifax didn't clamp him. And Cooper on his right, and Cooper touches down in this right-hand corner. Shane Cooper touches down after some good backing up work by Shane Cooper, centre field, and then he came back, fed it on to David Tanner, came back to Tanner's right, stood up in the tackle was Tanner. He just had to release the ball to Cooper, he did so, and he went in unopposed at the corner, just about 2 yards in, 2 or 3 yards in from this popular side touchline, right in the scoreboard corner. So Saints extend the lead now to 30 points to 16. Another conversion attempt for Michael O'Connor. Well, if you just see the wind just taking down, it looked bang on for between the sticks, but he's just taking it to the right. So 30 points to 16 the score. O'Connor gathers the ball from the kick-off. It's Halifax in possession. Wilf George. 10 yards short of the Saints line. Just a bit of pressure Halifax have put on the Saints in this second half. Still moving forward, finally brought down. Solid tackling over there. There's Quirk coming in. Halifax there trying to power the way over in the corner. I think they're going to have to spread it over to the left. Man coming through there onto a short ball. But he can't touch down. Last tackle of this set of 6. Halifax with a crossfield grubber type kick. Saints come up with the ball, very awkward kicks those. Saints now got to clear the line, good drive forward there by Paul Morton, but it's Groves at dummy half. Well, rather enthusiastic tackling going in there on that Saints player. 2 men coming in on Michael O'Connor, it looked like. Saints now. The 6th and final tackle of this sequence. The ball back to Vivers. Simon Longstaff comes up with the ball. David Tanner completes the tackle. Wilf George attacks in half-back. Strong lad this George. As I said before, he was the scorer of a dubious try at Wembley when Halifax beat us 19 points to 18. Referee Holdsworth also was the man in the middle that day, and our friend Mr Thornbury was the touch judge who awarded the try. Said it was alright, but George clearly in touch. But it's Halifax still in possession, bringing it left. Whitfield linking up with his backs, coming onto a short ball there. But Saints defence holds firm. Last tackle again for Halifax on this set of 6. Whitfield making no attempt to play the ball and certainly cabbaging a few yards there. backward swirling ball. But Saints come up with it. Very awkward ball there, Saints under a lot of pressure. Halifax moving up very quickly, or not being taken the required yardage by referee Holdsworth. It's just a straight drive from the forwards up centre field, trying to create a little bit of space before we can swing it out to our backs. But the ball coming back to Beavers, and a kick downfield again. Certainly a good kick from Beavers, and if that stops in play, looks as though it's going to run dead. Yes, it's gone dead. So Halifax are going to restart with a tap from the 25. Peter Coyne come back on with his left leg heavily strapped. Milner going up centre field, showing the ball in his hand there, so Saints can't wrench it from his grasp. Quick play from Coyne, there it is. Loose ball, but Wilf George drops on it. Knock-on being ruled by referee Whitfield. Centre field. So scrum down with the Saints feed. Just about 5 yards inside the Saints half. The Saints being penalised for foot up in the scrum. So another penalty going Halifax way. Paul Vaulting querying referee Holdsworth's decision, as he's entitled to with being club captain. Ball going directly into touch before Les Quirk got his hands to it. And Halifax take up the ball just about 15 yards from the Saints try line, trailing by 30 points to 16. And a quarter of an hour of the second half gone. Shane Cooper though just trying to wrench the ball from the Halifax man's hands. McCallion, I think it is there, doing the run around. He's finally bundled to the ground. Furbank takes it left. Pendlebury looking for runners. Halifax keeps spreading the ball. Overlapping, well, obstruction. Blatant obstruction. Yes, well, I do believe Mr. Holdsworth has seen the obstruction and Saints are awarded a penalty. So Saints making a substitution now with Stuart Evans coming off, being replaced by David Cosgrove. He's played the last few matches in the number 9 hooking role, but with Paul Groves going back after injury, Cosgrove down onto the substitutes bench. Most of it he has been signed as a hooker from the Ringer Bells club at Farnworth as David Cosgrove, but he's played a lot of his A-team rugby in the prop forward position, and he's put in some real powerhouse displays at prop forward. It's a fresh man. Instead of just 16 minutes of this second half gone. Cosgrove right in at the action there, his first touch of the ball. Tony Burke. Over to Shane Cooper now. Straightens it up, centre field looking for support. Back to Tony Burke. Powerhouse forward, Tony takes him on, drives up to the halfway line. Paul Groves attacks in half-back, feeds it inside to Cooper, into space. Saints on the attack again, inside to Michael O'Connor. Lofted ball to Les Quirk. Oh! tackle there on that. Well, that's a diabolical tackle there on Les Quirk over there on the far side, just in the restaurant corner on the main stand side. Les Quirk, it looks as though he's hurrying in for a try until he was hacked down there by that head-high tackle. So the Halifax offender being spoken to. Saints are going to be awarded a penalty. Well, under these supposed new rulings, any tackle around the neck or trips or whatever are supposed to be a sending off offence, but referee Holdsworth passing his judgment, and Saints just awarded the penalty, and elect to take a tap. The ball now with Cosgrove. He's driving towards the line, just about 8 yards short. Saints powering the way to the Halifax line. Wouldn't be expect Paul Groves here to give the outrageous dummy and dive over. Tony Burke, I think it is. But Groves and Blue are trying to work the movement there. Blue knocks on, so it relieves the pressure for Halifax. A scrum down with the Halifax feed, just about 8 yards from the Halifax try line. Robinson to feed. Good second row feed that from Robinson, but Saints come up with the ball. Well, Halifax have got the ball now. I just don't know what went on there. Obviously still a disagreement at the play the ball. Looks like Pendlebury and Groves are arguing the toss, and Pendlebury coming up with the ball. Halifax still in possession, pegged in their own 25, a position where Saints must try and hold them. 30 points to 16, still the score in Saints' favour. Halfway through this second half now, Halifax trying to make a break, but he loses the ball. Saints capitalise on it. Bernard Dwyer quickly in there. Fieldhouse now. Saints taking up the running. Fieldhouse dives in, drives forward. All Halifax offside on the referee's left. Beavers links up onto Michael O'Connor again. Driving towards the line, but nearly forced into touch over there on the far side. Saints now spread it over here to the right. Holding, attacked in halfback. Blue with the run around. Last settle of this set of 6. Paul Vartin gives the dummy, releases it left onto Paul Groves, still going. Tried to flick a ball up to Bluer, just didn't come off, but George knocks on right in front of the referee there. So it's certainly pressure back on Halifax. It's going to be a scrum down 10 yards from the Halifax line. It's a Saints feed with Wilf George knocking on. And it should be a Saints feed. Halifax have the feed. No, Blue has got it now. Blue comes up with it. Tries to drive forward. Paul Vartin. Short ball there to Bernard Dwyer. Out to David Tanner. Can he touch down? No. Forced touching goal. So it's going to be a 25-yard tap restart for Halifax. Very unlucky there. Bernard Dwyer taking up the running, fed it on to David Tanner, but good defence from Halifax. Paul Dixon running through from starting off the play from that 25-yard tap. Good strong running forward, Dixon. Wilf George. Halifax now just penetrate the Saints half. No points on the board for them this second half, but they're spreading it out to the right. Certainly a chance there. They had an overlap, 2-man overlap on the right, and the ball being flung out. Saints come up with it, but the ball being kicked through by a Halifax man and going into touch. So it's a scrum down 10 yards outside the Saints 25. Darren Blewer to feed, with the Halifax man kicking it in touch from the play the ball. Saints come up with the ball, Halifax moving up very quickly, but Saints spread it equally as quick. Phil Beavers. Michael O'Connor taken down by Will George, and some ferocious tackling in there. George and Longstaff going in rather aggressively on Michael O'Connor. The man was on the ground and certainly got a little bit of roughing up there. Beavers finds touch. 10 yards inside the Halifax half. David Cosgrove as first receiver. Moving upfield, Tony Burke second man in. Oh, he has a solid game as Tony Burke, driving up centre field, taking the steam out of these Halifax tacklers. Now with Shane Cooper, looking for the runners. Paul Vartin, powering his way forward, tries to push Whitfield out of the way. He's taken down right round the head by Whitfield, right in full view of the referee. It looks as though he's going to go off this time. Whitfield being brought out. The yellow card shown, and Whitfield's got 10 minutes in the sin bin. So it's a penalty award to the Saints when Paul Martin coming through there at power. Whitfield taking him down with a head-high tackle. I mean, these rules have been brought in supposedly to stop this dirty play, but the referees are not enforcing them perhaps to the degree that we think they should be. But anyway, it's Michael O'Connor. Kick 2 this afternoon. That makes it his third, extends Saints' lead to 32 points to 16. Just quarter of an hour remaining, the score 32 points to 16 with that Michael O'Connor penalty conversion after Paul Vartin being brought down by Colin Whitfield. Whitfield been linking up with the Halifax backs, but now they're down to 12 men. Blewer at dummy half. So Paul Vartin again, really running hard. This international Australian forward. Obviously his daughter Kylie will be happy today. She's the match day mascot. That's it, in a 32 points to 16, and certainly Dad Paul having a tremendous game. Paul Groves at dummy half. Back to Beavers. Boots it right downfield. Longstaff there in the full-back position with the dismissal of Colin Whitfield. Loses his feet, but he's taken back. Solid tackling from the Saints. Certainly Halifax not doing anything this second half. They just were swinging it about a bit in the first half. Got a few points on the board. Not able to get on the score sheet so far this half. Just about 12 minutes of normal time remaining. Saints in a comfortable 16 points lead. John Fieldhouse quickly in there at the tackle with David Cosgrove. Sixth tackle now for Halifax. John Pendlebury, lofted kick, cross field. As Quirk takes it. Halifax move up very quickly, bring him down 10 yards from his own line. Beavers takes up the running from acting halfback. subs bursting through. Certainly a good display from the Saints this afternoon. Certainly the tonic we need after two defeats against Hull midweek and Widnes at Wigan in the jump player semi last Saturday, before we entertain the old pie eaters here on the traditional Yuletide fixture on Boxing Day. Play on ruled by referee Holdsworth. John Fieldhouse takes up the running. Sixth and final tackle now for the Saints. On to Shane Cooper, inside to Neil Holding, into space. On to Paul Barton, back to Neil Holding, into space, going for the line. Oh, brilliant try! Brilliant try from Holding, right on the sixth tackle, when everything looked dead. And Saints certainly running Halifax ragged there. The ball looked dead, Barton fed it inside to Holding. He saw the gap, a diagonal run, and he touched down right underneath the sticks. Neil Holding with his second try of the season for the Saints, and he's had a lot of injury, early season injury, and they certainly dragged on, and he certainly showed his pace there. Michael O'Connor finishes off in good style, pops it over. So 38 points to 16 now the score for Saints. Saints also making a substitution there with Stuart Evans coming back on to replace the injured John Fieldhouse. Halifax kick-off, Bernard Dwyer takes the ball. Straight runner Bernard Dwyer drives upfield, but Halifax still sticking to the task. Evans now coming down the blind side. Well, being something going on in the tackle there, Pendlebury, McCallion and Evans, and the touch judge going on. Evans unable to play the ball, so I don't know which Evans being brought over. So obviously the penalty is going to go Halifax way, judging by referee Holdsworth speaking to Stuart Evans. Well, I don't know what that was for at all. You can form your own opinion for that. Kicking out in the tackle, is that indicated? But it's number 6 there, Peter Coyne. Halifax back in possession. Dixon there going on a diagonal run. Ten minutes of the game remaining. Saints with a 38 points to 16 lead. Halifax in possession, trying to penetrate this Saints defence, something they haven't done in the second half. Coyne again, taking it right onto Dixon, but he loses the ball. It's still loose. Must be a knock on and not be any try if he touches down. Halifax man played on well up there in the Saints ranks, just as they have been all through the match. But the scrum down being ruled midway between the Saints 25 and the try line. Darren Blewer to feed. Ball coming up for Saints side. Bernard Dwyer inside to Paul Barton, on to Shane Cooper. Looking a bit more sharp today, Shane Cooper. Feeds it back to Paul Barton. Beavers looking for a quick play of the ball. Halifax man lying on. Back to Shane Cooper. Mike. Darren Blewer into space. Bernard Dwyer on his right. Well, a knock-on being ruled, but Blewer certainly hampered by number 2 there, Scott Wilson, in his efforts to play that ball. So, poor decision there from referee Holdsworth. Shane Cooper now. On to Phil Beavers. Longstaff there being penalised for going in with an elbow on Beavers. The Saints take up the running again. It's Paul Groves, one of those characteristic dummies of his. Certainly creates some space. So he wasn't tackled there, tried to get up, but the Halifax contingent came in quickly. McCallion and number 11, Dixon. Cooper now. Lofted past to Dwyer. Over to O'Connor. On to Holding, but he knocks it forward. Halifax step in quickly. Scoop that loose ball up. Wilf George from the acting half-back position tries to power his way through, but he's forced over there to the main stand touchline. Halifax in possession midway between the halfway and the Saints 25. Certainly not doing a lot with the ball, but it's McCallion trying to get him going onto Pendlebury. He's the playmaker, Pendlebury. He loses the ball. Les Quirk comes up with it, just about 2 or 3 yards short of his own line. 7 minutes of this game remaining. 38 points to 16 in Halifax, in Saints' favour, I beg your pardon. Saints now powering the way out of their own 25. Paul Barton inside to Darren Blewer, gives the dummy. Looks as though Paul Barton there is carrying a little bit of a knock. Looks as though he's limping a little, but he lost the ball up, and a knock on there. Number 5, Simon Longstaff. Simon Longstaff there from that up and under there by Paul Barton. He knocked it forward, scrum down right on the halfway line. Saints feed, Darren Blewer. Saints come up with the ball, take it quickly to the left, Neil Holding. The ball still going. Barton, shot ball to Evans, onto Tony Burke. Taking him on Tony Burke, but Paul Dixon brings him down. David Tanner moving in at the dummy half position. Loop movement with Paul Groves. Groves there again. Quick hands from the Saints. Philby was linking up, creates the gap. Over to the left, Les Quirk now in full flight, down that left wing. Does well, keeps in field. Saints spreading it to the right. Bernard Dwyer. Halifax back to full complement now with Colin Whitfield back on field after his 10 minutes in the sin bin. Saints on the 6th tattle. Beavers flicks it up to Quirk. Gets another head tattle, does Quirk in his efforts, but he's in at the corner. Quirk going in there at the far corner. His 8th try of the season for the Saints. He's Saints' leading try scorer. Looks as though he'd received a little bit of a tattle around the head tattle as he went in for the try. But it extends Saints' lead now to 42 points to 16. Another difficult conversion attempt from Michael O'Connor. The way he's been kicking, certainly within his capabilities. Very breezy round here, but it looks good. Yes, right between the sticks. What a perler! O'Connor with 5 goals this afternoon, and Saints certainly is in top form. So 44 points to 16 now the score. Just 3 minutes of normal time remaining. Saints kick upfield. Groves and Whitfield. Certainly can move Grovesy, but Whitfield evades his clutches. Darren Brewer came in to try and get Whitfield down. Nothing in the tackle at all there. Nothing in that tackle at all. But Halifax have been awarded a penalty. So Halifax gain added yardage. Fine touch, just about 5 yards short of the halfway line. 44-16 the score, just a couple of minutes of normal time remaining. It's Halifax in possession. Certainly had to do a lot of defending this second half of Halifax, not managing to get to penetrate the Saints line. Short ball there, well taken by the Halifax man, but Shane Cooper quickly in at the tackle. McCallion from acting half-back takes it to Dixon. Slight obstruction there, centre field, but it's kicked upfield. Referee allows play to go on. Beaver's back there, takes it safely. Brought down 10 yards short of his own 25 line, but it's Saints back in possession. Slight less work from acting half-back. Shane Cooper gives the dummy, creates the gap. Lots of oohs and ahs for the crowd, but looks as though it was round Cooper's shirt collar. But it's Saints still in possession. Sixth tackle of this sequence, and Halifax all moving up in an offside position. Michael O'Connor on the sixth tackle, taking him on. Rounds the Halifax defence, chips through, still moving, gathers the ball safely, still going. O'Connor, oh yes, what a try made by O'Connor, finished off by Les Quirk, right under the sticks. Brilliant work from the Saints. A full, I'd say 50-60 yard movement by O'Connor, taken in his own half, powered his way past the Halifax defence, chipped through, gathered the kick, beat the last line of defence, and then fed it on to Les Quirk, who touched down right under the sticks. Les Quirk's second try of the afternoon in just 5 minutes, a 5-minute spell. Right on the final hooter now. O'Connor, no problem, slots it over. He's been awarded the sponsors man of the match, and rightly so. He certainly had a stormer. And there's the final hooter. Just as O'Connor pops that ball over, that conversion to Quirk's try. The game's over. Saints complete the half century, 50 points to 16, and certainly put them back in good stead for, as I said, the derby game with Wigan here at Nosey Road on Boxing Day. Well, it was up and down in the first half. Saints opening the scoring in the second minute. Michael O'Connor try converted by Loughlin, 6-0. Then Halifax hit back. McCallion try, Whitfield goal, 6 apiece. Then tries from Loughlin and Tanner, and for Saints, and tries from Staines and Whitfield. The Whitfield try converted by himself, giving Halifax 16 points to 14 advantage. That's 34 minutes of this first half. Then, right on the death, Darren Brewer, after some good work, centre field, finished off, goal by O'Connor, and Saints edged into a 20 points to 16 half-time lead. Then in the second half, it was obviously the shape of things to come. O'Connor came out, he scored a try and a goal in the first minute of normal time. Then Shane Cooper went in for a try, then a 25th minute O'Connor penalty goal, and then in the last 12 minutes, 3 tries from Holding and 2 from Quirk, all converted by O'Connor. So the final score of 50 points to 16. Certainly a great game, and Saints putting it together in the second half. Halifax not being able to penetrate the Saints ranks. So anyway, thanks for joining us once again on behalf of Saints Rugby Club. Peter Tushingham photography, your regular cameraman Brian Pears, myself Ron Hoop, your regular commentator. We look forward to you joining us again here at Nosey Road for the Boxing Day clash with Wigan, which should prove to be a real a good game.
Bye.